Today I'm going to answer the questions you asked me on my Instagram. If you want to be part of the next Q&A, make sure you follow me on Instagram. Let's get into the video. So the first question that I got asked is, how tall are you? I'm 1.65 m, which is 5'5". What is your favorite lens right now? My favorite lens right now is the one that I'm filming with, which is the 1635 2.8 Mark III, and it's one of the more expensive lenses of Canon, but it's definitely worth it. So someone said, I've recently started doing engineering and I do photography as well. So how to manage to do both? When I went to school, I always shot on the weekend or sometimes before or even after school. I mean, there's always free time to go out and shoot, and it doesn't mean that you have to travel anywhere. You can always just go out and try to practice to get to know your camera better, or you know, anything that can improve your photography skills is a good practice. How do you grade your YouTube videos? With your own LUTs or just by scratch? I grade them either in Premiere Pro, which is the program I use to edit my videos, or I use LUTs that I create in Photoshop or Lightroom. Someone asked what language I speak at home, if I speak Italian or German. At home, I speak German. In South Tyrol, people speak German and Italian. My family is half Austrian, so I just normally speak German at home. For example, in school, we learn Italian and German. What are your bad habits? My bad habits are that I procrastinate and I also get lazy sometimes. Is yellow your favorite color? Yellow is not my favorite color. My favorite color is blue. Although I love my yellow jacket, blue is my favorite color. Sorry, yellow. Could living in a bigger city help building up a career as a video maker? Yeah, definitely. In a big city there's a lot more opportunity, which also means there's a lot more competition. If you build your portfolio and you go to the clients you want to work with and you show them what you can do, I'm sure you will get a lot of opportunities in a city. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Well, hopefully I'm still doing this, still traveling, still doing photography. I'm not really a person who likes to plan ahead. I don't know, I'm just not a big planner, or just I don't really think too much in the future. So yeah, we'll just see what happens. Do you feel you will be able to live off Instagram all your life? I don't think I will be able to live out of Instagram my whole life, first. And second, I don't want to. I want to try to shift away from Instagram. Instagram is just like part of what I do, because I also do photography. I also do stuff that is outside of Instagram, which you don't get to see. You're not aware because I don't share about it on my social media. So from the photography aspect, I prefer working away from Instagram, so the client values more my work rather than the numbers that I have. Someone asked how to grow on Instagram. I think there's always a lot of things that have to line up in order for you to grow, and that is your consistency, the hard work, the talent you have, the way you present yourself, your personal brand. Definitely be consistent in posting, try to improve, and try to build a community. Favorite time of the day to shoot pictures? Definitely sunrise. How did you start to shoot commercially? Well, basically brands started reaching out to me through Instagram. That was like 2 years ago. And back then, obviously they didn't pay me, they just paid me in product. And I did that for like 2 or 3 jobs so that I had a portfolio. And then from then on, I started earning money from my commercial stuff. Ever since then, I started like developing into photography being my full-time job. Who or what have influenced the way you edit your photos? In general, a big part of my artistic way has been the influence of going to an art school, because before even getting into photography properly, I was already in touch with colors, composition, symmetry and all that, so that has been very easy for me always. So I think that also influenced my editing and the way I treat color and how I see color and how I see details in photography and all that. So what would you do if you weren't a photographer? I honestly don't know. I would probably do something artistic, definitely. I'll be a musician like my brother. Favorite place you traveled? New Zealand. How do you make money exactly? Basically, I am a full-time photographer and I have a big audience on Instagram. I shoot for brands, travel companies, tourism companies, so I shoot photo content for them, and at the same time I promote it on my Instagram. What is the best way to get more clients if you already have some but want more work? Well, I would say expand your portfolio. If you want more clients because you would like to earn more money, maybe you can try to shoot different things that you normally would not shoot. Try to explore like weddings or portrait photography or product photography. You know, sometimes you can shoot photos for a restaurant, even though that's maybe not as exciting as for shooting like a outdoor brand or something, but you know, sometimes it's good because you get experience in different fields, and it's always good. Experience is always something no one can take from you, so definitely try that. Someone asked what kind of music I listen to. I listen a lot of like Ben Howard, John Mayer, and also indie, acoustic and electronic kind of stuff. Did you go to college? If not, did people in your life accept that? I did not go to college. I finished high school. And then, well, I was already into photography, but I kind of started after graduating from high school. I took a gap year where I traveled to New Zealand. The people in my life, I think they accepted it as I was away for so long, and this was supposed to be a gap year. And then I started earning money, and I said to myself, I'm not gonna go study if I can try to explore and try to make money out of this photography thing. And that's what I did. And my parents and friends and all my family have been very supportive about it. So someone asked why the yellow jacket. So the yellow jacket was never really something intentionally. I got a jacket from my mom for Christmas like two years ago, or maybe even 3 years ago. Yeah, almost 3 years ago. I started posting photos on Instagram with the yellow jacket, and then people started associating me with this. And then at some point it just developed into being my trademark and people recognizing me as the girl with the yellow jacket. So yeah. If you could photograph any animal in the world, which one would you choose? I think I would like to photograph whales or a polar bear. That would be so cool. Yeah, definitely those. How do you come up with a price for your photos for companies? You can look at some websites that give you like the industry standards, but at the same time you kind of just have to try and see, because some companies have a bigger budget for what they can spend and some have less. So just try to find out what their budget is and then just play around with that. And if they're not gonna tell you, you just have to give them a number. Pricing yourself is really hard because I feel like people don't really talk about it. You kind of just have to experience it and try to do mistakes and learn out of it, because that's the only way you can really see how it works. Someone asked, what was your first paid gig? My first paid gig was a post for a watch company. I had 50K, I think, and back then they paid me $400 for that post. That was the first time that a client paid me, and that was when I was in New Zealand, and I was super stoked about that. What's the feeling to have so many people who support your work? It's like impossible to imagine how many people are actually following me, and every day I'm so grateful for what I'm doing. I'm so happy to get up and do what I love every single day. I'm just so lucky to be doing what I do and have such an amazing community. That's the best thing as an artist, if you have people who enjoy your work and support you as a person, as an artist. So yeah, thank you so much. Someone asked, what advice would you give to teen photographers on finding their niche? Honestly, just try everything. Try to shoot every possible niche, and then try to explore what you like. You know, it always comes down to what you enjoy. One time you go out and shoot landscape, then you do urban, do night photography, or just try everything and then see what you like the best and then stick to that. And the last question is, do you have a boyfriend? And the question should be, who is my boyfriend? I hope you enjoyed this question and answer video. Surprisingly, people really enjoy these videos, so I'm happy to film them if you're watching them. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave a comment or send me a DM on Instagram at @JulieGartner. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye. See you on Instagram.